Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. This is Channel Messages. It is Friday. We made it. We made it to the end of the week. How's your week going? I hope it's going well. I hope you're ready for the weekend. I know I'm ready. I'm channeling Edgar, obviously, because I don't think I have to explain why. And I'm just moving this table. And also, I am going to channel the energy of the High Priestess. Okay, a major tarot card that often comes up when I do readings. Okay. There's a lot happening energetically this month. Especially this week. There's a lot happening. And when I did the reading last week, I said this week will be pretty good for us collectively. I kind of feel that a good week. Oh, jeez. Okay. I was just reading something. But, despite what's all going on, the energy continues to shift and shape. We continue to move through this. We continue to live. We continue to heal. Energetically, this week has felt for some reason, this isn't necessarily an emotion. It's not an emotion. Well, kind of, but like relief. It feels like it feels like something sighed or something released a breath they were holding. It just feels like that in the air. I don't know if it's noticeable, but it just sort of feels like that to me. Anyway, okay. That we sort of let go of our tension and, gearing up for something. The month isn't over yet, and it feels like we let out this breath to pull in another breath, holding our breath for something. I don't know, it feels not necessarily bad. It feels what's the word? Like there's a sense of waiting for something. Like something's about to drop. And either consciously or subconsciously, we're sort of like, I have had so many thoughts, and I just feel like a bit on edge, not necessarily in a bad way. I don't know how to describe the feeling, because when people say on edge, you automatically go to anxiety or a pending sense of doom, but it doesn't feel that way. I'm on the edge of my seat, like that's what it feels like. I'm looking at everything and I'm like, oh my goodness. I know people are going through a lot, and it's terrible, and I see it in the effects that it's causing people, being a therapist, and the people who are very sensitive to this, you know. It's very scary for them. And, you know, it feels different, though, than the first go around he was in office. This feels, I wouldn't say worse, it's different. But I could see the impact. I could see the impact in that people are becoming less reactive and more locked in, angry, and knowing what the truth is, which is good. That's where we need to move into as a collective, you know. But I do see the impact, and I have been encouraging, you know, people to take care of themselves. And I also see what I've now coined the essence of Trump. This energy that when he's around, it makes people do, I don't know, crazy things, terrible things, you know, react in ways. Everybody's stressed, you know. So, but on the flip side, I see more and more people like coming to some conclusion, which is, you know, there's a rationale to, in terms of like, wait a minute, I need to take care of myself, and a feeling of I need to do something. And I could feel it in the energy that we're all waiting for something, because we know something is happening. We don't know exactly what it is, but every day, especially this week, it feels like moving towards something. Like I'm inching further and further on the edge of my seat here. There's a tension when I look at the collective. Yes, sure, like I just talked about. But when I look at the news, and I mean when I look at the news, like literally I'll click and just scroll through something, not on social media, but like there's on MSN, there's certain news sites that just sort of flick by. Yes, I still use MSN. Anyway, there's certain things that, and I'll just see things and I'll just be like, man, this is, everyone's in, you know, the government's falling apart. We didn't have a government really now, but it's really even worse. I could just see it. No one's saying anything, but you could just sort of see what's happening. I'll read something and I don't feel the I'll just be like, man, but the feeling is different, and how it touches me when I see something bad, or, you know, I'll just be like, this is falling apart. I'm not desensitized from it, but it's a feeling of knowing, like, okay. So anyway, I don't quite know what I'm going to talk to Edgar about. Part of me wants to talk to him about Donald Trump, but then I'm like, I don't want to. I want to ask him some things that he's been showing me and saying to me about his health. Like I talked about yesterday, his energy field is weakening. And it's sort of just like, it's like, am I waiting for someone to like be unalive? No, I'm not like, you know, Death Watch 2025. No, but it feels like I'm trying to, and I'm putting a pin in this. I'm trying to walk a very, you know, careful line I'm trying to walk a very careful line here with that kind of thing. But it's just like, if that happens, or when it happens, everything is gonna be crazy. It's gonna set the it's gonna be crazy, you know? People who are afraid won't be afraid anymore. It's going to be crazy, but, you know, I'm not like, would I shed a tear? Absolutely not. I get people, people celebrating if that were, when that happens, but so I try to be very careful with that, and I try to be like, I want to ask about it, but I don't want to be like, that's really not my style, you know, to be like, hey, what's going on? But I did see after I finished recording yesterday, I recorded in between my sessions, my therapy session, and after I finished recording, I had a little break in between before my next session, and I saw an article about him being diagnosed with this minor condition. He had minor leg swelling, so they say. I don't believe anything they say, but that's what they said, but I don't believe that. It definitely feels like more, so I kind of want to read on that, and I kind of want to ask Edgar about it, because I'm curious. Okay. But anyway, I've been talking for 12 minutes and I'm going to start. So I'm going to start. Oh, I'm going to light the candle. There's a candle. I hope it stays. Let me just. Okay. Let's light this. Oh. I want to do an invocation. Okay. Let's get here. Before I start, everything I say here is for entertainment purposes only, for informational purposes only. Everything I say here is alleged, even in the comments. If you want a personal reading, you can click more in the description of this video, and the link will be there. Or you can email me at moonlightenergy15@gmail.com, and I will send you the link. Okay? All right. Let's see here. Gonna do an invocation. Whew. All right, let me drink some water first of all. Edgar Cayce, seer of spirit and soul, I call on your wisdom and light and truth. Guide me with clarity and compassion. As I seek insight into the timeline unfolding and the deeper lessons shaping our world, may your words be clear, your presence be gentle, and all that comes serves the highest good. Okay. He said, hello, 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 Kimberly. Okay, so where do I begin? He said, you want to ask me about your president. You can ask me about him if you'd like. Okay, I have a few questions before I get into him. What is the energetic timeline now surrounding the end of the current political leadership here in the United States? He keeps saying, he said DT will be unalived. He will no longer be in this world. And he is insisting, and I'm asking him, because I know he likes to speak metaphorically, poetically, and he's saying he will not be in this physical world. He jumped right in. And he's saying he is very sick. He's saying he is not well and they are panicking. He said the diagnosis they gave him is true, but is far worse than they are letting on. Oh my goodness gracious. He said that he only has a few months left on this mortal coil. He's saying, you know, He said 3 months at the least and 6 months at the most. He said it would be quite shocking. He said this will be the catalyst for everything. I feel like it's very strange to me, because it's not strange, it's not the right word. It is something that I feel in my spirit so strongly. This information that I have been feeling for a while now. And it feels like things have shifted. Like I don't know how to explain the feeling I'm feeling right now. Like I'm somewhere else in another part of this. Now we're here. We were there before, and now things have turned, and now we're here. How did we get here? How did we get here? He said, I want you to understand how energy shapes everything. He said moments can shift at the drop of a dime. It is how the universe works. Something that seems unbelievable can be believable at a moment's notice. He said it is one of the grand lessons of the universe. Oof, that scared me. It didn't scare me, but the way he said it. All he said was, there is more, Kimberly, but it scared me. It made me very nervous. What do you mean by more? He said more lessons. And what he just showed me is the White House. The White House flipping over. You know, in those like old-timey movies where they had the what was it called? When it's illegal to have alcohol, and they would have those old-timey bars, and they like switch in the movies. They switch, and it would turn like it would turn from like a jazz club into. That's what it looked like. He showed me. I hope you guys are understanding what I'm seeing. Why did you show me that? He said this will turn everything on its head. People will not know what to do. He's showing me age scrambling, people scrambling in the White House, running down halls, carrying folders full of paper. Some people yelling at each other, I see. He said this is the moment. He said this was a deeply rooted secret about his health that not many knew about. Very, very few people knew about his health. But it was so obvious, you know. This is me saying it's so, yeah. He's saying of so many, he's talking like so fast, like he always does, and I'm trying to catch up. He's saying that's why you see their party panicking. The things that you keep saying. He's saying the things you keep saying to yourself. What is going on that I keep saying out loud? Because I know he's saying because you see that's what you see. He's saying you could see beyond the veil of what they are placing in front of this. He's saying you know what is wrong, and that is what is wrong. And he also said to me just a little bit ago, those who know are waiting for this to happen. They need to be free of him. They're saying, oh, dang. Does he know that he's not well? He said he absolutely does, but he is in denial. He believes the doctors who treat him can save him. He believes he is invincible. And he has been. But something has changed. His time has come. He's been getting a lot of treatments. He's been getting a lot of treatments. I've been looking at pictures of him. Not Googling pictures of him, but like I said, the news swipe that comes up in MSN on Microsoft. His picture will, just be like, lately, the past week or so, I'll just be like, he looks bad. He looks bad. What will be, you say this will be a catalyst for a chaos, or, what? He said, no, the chaos is here. He said this will be the catalyst for so many changes. He's saying so much information will be released. From who? By whom? He said it will be a secret. It will be anonymous. He's saying those that are in the administration will be leaking information about what, but only after. Information about his health and what has been really going on. things about the election still about alleged fraud, or no, I'm not fraud, come out. He said yes, but it is a separate issue. He said with him being gone, people will be more liable to come forward with things. That's what I could see that, because though like he's weakening, I always say like, whew, that essence is so, like I've in the past when I've read on his energies, he has a lot of power. He was granted that, this sort of energy that makes him Teflon, or powerful, and he didn't use it in the correct way ever, because of his issues, his dysfunctions. But I could see that the wall of energy that's just like, it's like the mouth of the mouth of hell being open. And all this. There are many people like him in the world, But it's something about him in particular that is like poisons everything. And he was created, though. He was created here. He was created. He was given. They still let him, So there's something wrong there too. Which might be a good segue to the next question. What spiritual contracts are playing out in the American governance right now? Can you tell me, Edgar? Help me understand. He's saying, he's saying people have to come back to salvation. People have to recognize the suffering of others. They are blinded by greed. Will that happen? He said it will take time, but it can happen. It will happen. He's saying there's so many pitfalls. Even well-intentioned people can be blinded by greed. I'm about to curve and like sort of go off topic a little bit, because there are other things that I'm curious about. Will the United States look like it does now in terms of geography, say 15 years from now. He's saying no, but he's showing me a map. I'm trying to understand what I'm looking at. He's saying more will be added. He's saying 15 years from now. I'm talking geographically. But he's saying 15 years from now, it will be more people. There'll be a boom, a sudden boom in population. Interesting. What will happen with our Supreme Court? He keeps showing me. I remember that now. He's showing me Clarence Thomas again. He's saying he'll be gone. He's saying, he's speaking so quickly. He's saying he'll be replaced by a woman. He's saying she won't be conservative or liberal. Interesting. He said she will be fair and just. He's saying she will change. There's something. What is he saying? What will she change? He's saying like she will change I keep hearing change the face of the Supreme Court. She'll bring something to it, and she will change how people perceive the Supreme Court. She'll be important, is what I'm getting. Interesting. When will that happen? It said 5 years. Within the next 5 years. Interesting. What time is it? I've been talking forever. Okay. Felt like I've been talking forever. You said that there's so much. What I understand, there's so much in between what's happening with the chaos in between getting to a true president, I guess is the phrase, the word. What will that look like? There's a line of succession that will be followed first, but they will quickly realize that will not work. Wow. Due to the people demanding, what is the word he's saying? This idea. That's not what he said first, but that's what I'm hearing now. This idea be uprooted. He's showing me people protesting. He's saying trust will be so broken with everyone, both sides. He's using the word ferocious, like he's saying that it will be so ferocious. It's like we're in something. Like we are it will be the demand, the protesting will be relentless. The demand that is fixed. He's saying that the true winner be put in office he's saying will be that the man will be that the true winner be placed there is what he's saying. He used the word placed. He's saying, like, he's emphasizing the people will be so demanding. It will be a surge of power. He's saying to me, he's not directly saying words, but I could feel it, that we are this country the country is going to be going through some things. We are going to be going through some things. We will be going through something. Okay. Feels like the next 8 months. It feels like, and I'm saying this, when I say that, you're like, he may not even be here. We'll see what happens, but I feel so strongly. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be, we'll be so tired, There'll be a shift, a bigger one, that will be so tired. People are tired now, but this is different, It'll be both sides. We'll even be perhaps forced to work together. My last question is about Russia. What will happen with them, with this war with Ukraine? He said there's a crack in the Kremlin. He's showing me a crack in the Kremlin. Interesting. He said they will lose disappointingly. He said Putin is pulling many. First he said puppet strings, and then he said Vladimir Putin is pulling many strings, but they have been cut. He said this conflict could continue for the next 2 to 3 years, but that could change. He said it may be much shorter than that, but Ukraine will have their freedom. Oof, that Vladimir Putin's energy, I feel it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Okay, that was my last question for you, Edgar. Thank you for channeling with me. Thank you for your patience and your wisdom, your clear messages. Always appreciate it. Let me just take a beat. Let me just take a beat. Wow. So there you have it. Okay. Lots of information. Interesting information. I mean, all we can do is what we can do, right? Ensure that we are taking care of ourselves. Ensure that we are taking care of those we love. Helping one another. Ensuring our safety as much as we can. But it is going to be kind of crazy. Okay, let's channel the High Priestess. This is the High Priestess. Let me put that to the side. Okay. There she is. The High Priestess is a major card. Okay. Major Arcana card deals with the big life stuff. It's about long-term prominent energy. And she symbolizes intuition, mystery, power of the subconscious. It often comes up when I pull Divine Feminine also. Okay, she offers inner wisdom. It is a gateway to inner wisdom, spiritual knowledge. Okay, she urges you to trust your instincts, trust your intuition, rather than relying completely on your logic, your logical side, irrationality. And that's important, I think, because I'm gonna blow this out. Especially for me, I aspire to this energy, but sometimes in the past, I would be like, that doesn't make sense. And what I understand now is that you really have to trust. I've gotten so much better at it. Trusting my inner self, my intuition. Even subconsciously, I'll do something and I'll be like, wow, that really turned out the way I wanted to. Like, I made the right choice. I I trusted my intuition. That has been happening more and more lately. And with that comes like a confidence that I've never really truly had. Spurts of it, moments of it where you're confident, but just in knowing and giving guidance. My doing the work of a therapist, it is exhausting, but I've noticed how I don't want to sound arrogant, how easy it has become for me now. Not to say it wasn't hard before. It is hard work, it is, but now it's just sort of like I'm in a different space energy wise. So when I'm sitting across from someone, or it just feels easy. I don't feel like I'm one of the things I had the most difficulty in, I'm going to channel, guys, bear with me. One of the things I've had the most difficulty in is when I would do sessions, I would be so drained, like shielding myself, and I would use so much energy. And now lately I've noticed that hasn't been happening. at all. And so I know that's because I'm trusting myself more, you know. This energy really helps you become comfortable in your skin, you know. Anyway, this card has come up a lot because it usually comes up in a form of secrets. She is the keeper of secrets, okay? It's like keeping distance, mysteries, information being held, okay? Time to like retreat, like I said, separate from things, be passive, reflect. I think that's what I have. I think that's what I have really come to be good at. Passivity and sort of just looking and observing and reflecting is really it's a good skill to have. Okay. Divine feminine energy, okay, with the moon and our intuition and our emotions. So I figured that's what we need, so why not channel her and see what she has to say. I'm not quite sure I'm sorry, I'm literally answering an email. But anyway, let's do an invocation. Okay, let me breathe. Alright, Great High Priestess, Keeper of Hidden Wisdom, Veiled One of the Moon and the Mystery. I call upon your sacred silence and deep knowing. Guide me to the truth beneath the surface. Open the gateway in my inner temple, that I may hear the whispers of intuition and trust the wisdom within. Okay. Okay. What hidden forces are influencing the political direction of the United States right now? Great darkness has always been upon us, shielding itself and hiding in the shadows. There are those who see it and those who don't. Their ignorance has weakened the spirit of knowing. It is up to those who see to guide those who don't. Keeper of light and bringer of light. What truth is being veiled from the American people? That things are far worse than they show. She's showing me lightning. Who are they? The ones who are in charge. Everyone. She's showing me, I've never seen I don't even know what I'm looking at. It looks like, well, I'm hearing the word hard drives, but it looks like, I don't know what that is. What is that? I'm assuming, I believe, I know rather, that these are hard drives I'm looking at, but it looks like it's black. And when you put it in something, it like beeps, not beeps, a yellow light. It like shows a yellow light. And it looked like people were putting those in boxes. What is that? She said information about your election. What role is the collective intuition meant to play in this political moment? You are already playing a great role. The connections you have been making with each other, the spiritual connections you have been making with each other, has aided you in a way you do not know yet. You will understand soon what all this means. You will be stronger, not only spiritually, but emotionally. Your wisdom will aid all of you toward discernment and observing. You will learn and you will know how to move forward. What sacred lesson is this nation being asked to learn through this political cycle? That we are all the same, but also very different. That you must check for safety from those who wish to harm you, even those who appear harmless. You must always seek the truth. She's whispering now. You must always know the truth. You must always speak the truth. But first you must, she's saying something about you have to be quiet. You must be quiet to hear the truth. I feel like that message was from me. You must be quiet to hear the truth. That's interesting because I literally said, oh, I need quiet. I said that a couple of hours ago before I recorded. I was like, I need quiet. I need to think and reflect. Okay. I'm going to end here. That was the High Priestess. She got very whispery at the end, which was interesting. I am going to upload this. I'm not going to do the second video today because I'm a bit tired. And I am trying to do this thing where I'm not pushing myself to do too much anymore. Okay? I don't need to. So Monday, I'll be pulling for the week ahead, and I want to read on a few other things, a little bit of other things Monday, and I will, tomorrow I'm doing a live, guys, tomorrow, Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so please, if you want to check in, if you want to show up, please do. It's a fun time. The community connects. We all connect with each other. I answer your questions. I enjoy answering your questions. So if you want to roll on in and ask me some things, you can, and I'll answer. And it's a good time. We all have a good time, and I have a good time. So come on in, 8 p.m. Saturday, tomorrow, Eastern Standard Time. Okay? Please like this video. Subscribe if you haven't. Share if you want to. You don't have to, Let me know how you feel, if it resonates with you. It was interesting. I didn't expect this information that I've been feeling and thinking and whatever. But anyway, I will see you guys tomorrow for those of you who are available to live stream with me. Okay? Enjoy your weekend. Do something that you enjoy. Do something that's restorative. And I will see you then. Bye.